Hi, in this session I'm going to tell you about the PHP Artisan command. Laravel has this Artisan command that has a lot of commands that are inbuilt, so you can use it in your application. Let's just list the Artisan commands that are available in Laravel. So let me go inside my deep dive tunes folder, and let's just try one more time. And here we go. We have a long list of commands in Laravel. Now, what I'm going to do is start with some basic command. So let's start with the main command, that is, let me just clear this off. Key generate command. So PHP Artisan key generate. Now this is going to generate a 32-bit key in Laravel. So this is important key, and what it does, it encrypts the sessions. So it's set over here. Now if you go and check, it's the same. So SMW, so it's the same key over here, and here it writes into the env file. So in this way your sessions will be more secure. If you don't have this key, then please run the PHP Artisan key generate command, so that your sessions, so that your user sessions and other sessions are secure. Next, I'm going to create a migration. So if we go back to the list, and let's see if what's the command for migration. So for migration, we have at the top make migration, creates a new migration. So let's use this command now. So to use that command, let me just clear this off. PHP Artisan make migration, and I'm going to create a categories table. I'm going to have a videos listing on my website, so videos will be categorized into different categories. So let me just create a category, create categories table. Now this name, you can give anything to this migration, but it has to be unique. So just make sure that you give some sensible names that you would remember. Now if I enter this, I've created a migration now. Now if I go into my database migration, so I have created a migration now, and let's see what it has. First of all, it extends the migration class, which is the default PHP class, and it has facades, which we are going to discuss later. Don't worry about this. I'm going to tell you what exactly is facade and all that, in all details in the later video. So if you don't understand what is a facade, then don't worry. Next, I'm going to write a migration over here. My categories table is going to have a ID, a name field, and a slug field, and some timestamps. So let me create a table. So to create a table, it's schema, then the scope resolution operator, create, and the name of the table, that is categories. And next we are going to have an enclosure function, and we're going to give it a blueprint table. Now next, this is a function enclosure, so we have to open and close the bracket, and semicolon ends the brackets. Now we have this table over here. Let me just expand this a little bit. So table, next we are going to add columns. So table has columns increment, and it's going to be a simple ID. Next, so each statement goes on one line. Next, I'm going to have a name, category name. Let's say it is a string, and it is just a name. And next, I'm going to have a slug, which is also a string, and it's a slug. This is mainly used for clean URLs, so you need to have slugs. Next, I'm going to have timestamps, like so. And basically migration has an up and a down function. So the up function will create this table, whereas down function will drop the table. So let me just add a schema for that, a drop, and the name of the table. So now that we are done with this, let's migrate using the migrate command, php artisan migrate. So that should migrate it. We have to create a database for it. So I have not yet created a database. So let me just create a database. Password is empty password. So let me create a database. Deep dive dudes, and exit it, clear this off, and I have to update it in the env file. So my database name is deep dive dudes, username is root, and password is empty. Don't have any password for my database. Let's run the command again, and it's increments, not increment. So hopefully that's it. And here we go, we have our table created. Now let's go into the database and check a table. And if you say show tables, we have a categories table already created. If you describe it, so here we have ID, name, slug, and the creator date and the updated date. So we have created our first table and first migration. I'm going to show you how to roll back a migration. For example, now that we have created a categories table, say suppose that you created the categories table and after that you decided that you don't want a categories table. So in that way you can roll back migration. So the command for that is php artisan migrate rollback. And it can also take in some few parameters, like if you had done like 4 or 5 migrations, then you can say that you want to revert migration, just the last migration or the last 2 migration or last 3 migration. In this way I want to roll back my last migration, so it has rolled back this. Now if I go and check into my database, it should be gone. So we don't have a categories table right now. So in that way you can roll back your migrations. But in this case I want my migrations, so let me just migrate it back. Now you can also do something like there's another command, migrate refresh. What it does is if you have like hundreds migrated into database, then the refresh command will delete all the migrations and run the migrations again. This is useful in cases where your migration was halted in the middle, so you can just say start all over again. So to do that, it's PHP Artisan migrate in refresh. So you can see that it has refreshed all my tables, so it has rolled back these tables, and it has again added the same tables to the database. Next I'm going to show you how to add another field to an already existing database. So the command for that is again make migration. So PHP Artisan make migration, and next we are going to give name to this migration. So add I want to add categories, a visible field to categories, so that I can show and hide my categories. So I'm going to say add visible field to categories table. And in this there's a parameter that you need to pass. You need to tell which table that you are adding this migration to. So I'm going to say table equal to categories. This is important, otherwise it doesn't know which table to add, so it will just create another migration. But if you send table, then it will know that you are going to add another field to your existing table. So let's fire that command, and if I go into my migrations database, I'm lost. There we have a migration. So it has already created as a schema table, categories, and a blueprint table. So it's basically the same file like we did for the categories migration. So let's just add a visible field to this. So to add the visible field, we have to add a table string. So this is going to be a string. Let's just say string or a boolean visible, and we can say that we want this field after a slug. So slug is an actual column in a database. So we can say we can chain this and we can say that we want this visible field after a slug field in database. and um, in the drop section we can say that we want to drop this column. So it's basically table and drop column visible. Let's go in terminal and say PHP Artisan migrate, and it's successful. Let's check in the database. Use tip type tudes, show tables, describe categories, and here we have it. We have a tiny int over here which is a boolean. So we have successfully added a field to our existing database. That's it for now. If you're finding this videos helpful, then please like my videos or subscribe to my channel. In this way you will be getting regular updates from me. I do a lot of videos on Laravel, PHP, MySQL, and do like my videos or subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.